Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Caitie, and this is Indiana.
That is true. And did you know that it wasn't until 1986 that Wet Enterprises was renamed Walt Disney Imagineering?
Which makes sense logically to me. Like, I know that logically, but knowing Walt Disney was calling them Imagineers, it's weird to me.
You know? That's why we do these things. What should people do?
You should go subscribe to us here at youtube.com/dapsmagic. You should also, not the AirPods, you should also go to patreon.com/dapsmagic, where we have a special show after this one called Daps After Dark, which is very fun. And if you want to see the graphic, it looks like this.
There you go. Special graphic.
And you should go into the chat, which this is embarrassing. This is where I got to last time before you guys told me there was no audio. That's a really long time. But you should go into the comments and share with us something that makes you smile or something that makes you laugh for a special segment we have at the end called Comments, where tonight you are the star. And this elevator travels directly to the gloaming realm.
Tonight is all about Imagineering, and they've been doing a lot of very cool things lately, and we felt it was worth highlighting some of them from the past, the present, and the future. So we thought we would just have fun geeking out about Imagineering. So let us know your favorite project that currently is either brand new or is in process that you're excited about from Walt Disney Imagineering. I know one person that's going to at least be bringing up the Disney Cruise Line. And
oh my God, who could that be?
Shocking, I know. But before we get into any of that, I'm going to show you a video I shot about 2 weeks ago now of a certain little tavern at Magic Kingdom.
Pirates dive for me. We finish, we plunder, we rifle and loot, trade up and... What? You all know that old shanty too? Oh, it's always been one of my favorites. Hey, let's sing around together then. Come on, crew! You know the words! Yo ho, a pirate's dive for me. We finish, we plunder, we rifle and loot, trade up and parties, yo ho! We kidnap and rob it, you don't get a vote.
I will say, seeing the parrot walk is kind of cool.
Oh, I was going to say it reminds me of Rocky Raccoon.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Sorry, Etsy. That's
anyway,
Rob.
That is the Beak and Barrel. It is now open at Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. And those are just some of the details that you can find when you're at the Beak and Barrel. And this is really what kicked off this episode. Is I was thinking we didn't really have a chance to talk about the movie references, the moments with Rummy the parrot, that's also the first mate of Captain Mary, and the
Mary who? Mary Oceaneer.
Is that what it is? I'm spacing it at the moment.
She's from the Society of Explorers and Adventurers.
Yes. And then the ships in a bottle that fight each other. Like there's so many really great details. They even have a chair in there that you sit in the right place, and there's a frame with a painting in the background, but the middle doesn't have anything. It's just kind of a void. And so if you sit in the right place, you become part of the portrait.
Oh.
It was one of those things that if you know, you know, and if you don't know, somebody has to show you, because you wouldn't just walk up and be like, oh, I'm going to sit here and be a part of this portrait. But it's very cool. It is right near the exit of Pirates of the Caribbean at Magic Kingdom. And
what was there before?
There was a little shop there before, and there was a I think that's might have been where they had the Pirates Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique thing was in that area.
Okay.
Like they took a little bit of backstage, a little bit of the shop that was there, or it was kind of empty, I think, for a while actually. And they took a little bit of everything, and they might have even actually taken some of the queue out. I don't know. I don't remember that space super well, but I do kind of have vague recollections of what was there before. but there's like maps in there,
Mhm.
and there's tons of like notes written on one of the walls, and there's a pirate sleeping in a hammock with his leg hanging over the edge. It is very reminiscent of the attraction.
Mhm.
There's a black cat in there. I'm spacing the name of the black cat. Yep, I don't got it. Is it K? It's a very
I
random name.
Don't think so. It's Rummy and something. I
But
don't remember the cat's name.
anyway, there's lots of cool things in there to find, and then they have show moments that happen like every 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna guess 15 minutes, and
I was like, it
most of them are rummy.
seems like a lot like
Ogus.
yeah, when DJ Rex does like the breakdown thing, or when
Mhm.
Oga's itself breaks, or what
I
have
would
you.
say it's Ogus to the next level.
Yeah.
Like they've taken what they did in Ogas and they took it to they're like, what could we improve upon? What could we keep? And part of that is having more things happening more frequently, because you do have the 45-minute time limit.
Mhm.
So it's giving people the chance to experience a whole lot more while they're there. And in different parts. So like the battles, or the ship in a bottle battle, takes place in a different room than Rummy, and you can kind of see through to Rummy, and you can kind of see through to the ships in battle, but it means wherever you're at, something's going to be happening. And I give it 2 thumbs up. Like it was very fun. The food and the drinks are good. They're not necessarily like, you're not necessarily going there for the food and the drink.
Yeah,
but
you're
they're
going for the
good.
experience.
Like I really liked what I had. But also if that was my motivation for going, I'd probably go somewhere else.
Valid.
And there's nothing wrong with them. It just like,
It's not the main attraction.
correct. And yeah, anyway, that's where we're going to start off tonight. But before we continue on the show, we do need to talk about Muppets.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Daps. Thanks, man. Thanks, Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Daps. Thanks, man.
All right. This week was an interesting week.
Oh, it was
We got Chip for my
Chip
tea.
for my tea.
Yeah. We got Chip. That was not on my bingo card at all. He's not my favorite Muppet in the world. Like,
I find him scary.
he kind of weirds me out a little bit. I
Yeah.
think he's supposed to. Yeah, that was a choice. Like, we went from really awesome to Chip from IT. And if you love Chip from IT, more power to you, because everybody has to have a fan.
It's true.
I see Bobo the Bear in there. Yeah, it was a divisive pick this week. Like it kind of was like, why? Uncle Deadly.
It's a good pick.
What are you gonna choose, Katie?
Yes, I agree, Itzy, and I know who he is. He was in Muppets ABC.
Mm-hmm. He's appeared in a couple of things too, but yeah.
But he was in Muppets ABC, which is a phenomenal show, and I think I stole the Daps watch for Muppets ABC. You know what? I don't have it. What if I said?
Do you want me to get the list again?
Yeah, I am looking. Oh, Gonzo. That's been my pick.
You're gonna go with Gonzo? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna stick with Bobo the Bear, as is another person I saw. I don't know who that is, but
Yeah, a stranger,
that was so weird.
a scary person.
But it is amazing to me looking at this list that we haven't had Gonzo yet. We haven't had Bobo the Bear. I guess you have to spread them out a little bit.
So who on this shirt have we not have? We've had
All the top row.
Yeah, have we? We had Animal.
Yeah, I think we had Animal.
Okay.
Oh wait, like we could look.
We've had Sam Eagle.
Well, I can't. Yeah, we've had Sam Eagle.
Okay, Gonzo. We have not had Piggy. We have had Kermit. Was
Yeah,
that?
I'm spacing now.
Okay. Fozzie, we've had Scooter. We have not had, because we've had Baby Scooter. We haven't had Real
True.
Scooter.
Yeah, Kermit the Frog.
We
we've
have
already
had Floyd. We have had Rolf, I think.
Mhm.
We have not had Lips, but we have had Bunsen and Beaker.
There we go. I mean, I would be happy with Lips over Chip, but what do I know?
I think any of us would.
Yeah, they have picked specific timing for some of these, so it'll be interesting to see when Gonzo, Miss Piggy, a few of the bigger Bobo the Bear, like when is that going to happen? Robin the Frog, also a good choice.
National Day is September 19th. I'm Googling it.
Okay.
National Love Your Lunch Day. What?
We've already had Swedish Chef, right?
National Butterscotch Pudding Day.
Mm-hmm.
Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Okay.
And
That good, huh?
National Prisoners of War Recognition Day.
All right.
I don't think any Muppet could do that.
Yeah, that's a choice. I guess there you go.
Yeah.
One of the other things that we got to experience recently that came from Walt Disney Imagineering. I think we're just moving on now because we need to.
Yeah.
But we got to experience Test Track 3.0. We talked briefly about it, if I recall. But I do think it is a prime example of Imagineering plussing up something, referencing the past, building from the past while accelerating into the future. What did you think of this as from the lens of what Imagineering is doing today?
I loved it. I thought it was a great blend of respecting the past and acknowledging what the past was. There's a really cool, it's fun to be free reference. Like I literally like jaw dropped in the attraction. There's also some keep moving forward in Test Track 3.0. Hi, Annie.
Hey, Annie. Good to see you on
friend.
Saturday?
Yeah, I was jealous because I wasn't there. But anyway, I don't have any pumpkins here for you. But I wish I had a pumpkin. Yeah, I thought it was this great blend of like pushing technology to its limits of what we can do, and what the future could look like. And I thought 3.0 was really great. I also just really quickly, this is kind of off topic. I'd love for you to pull that picture up again, because my mom is serving face. She is serving so hard in this picture. Look at her. It's like she knew where the camera was. She didn't.
Somebody did.
Mind you. I'm screaming. My mom is literally glam bot, like she was ready. And I have multiple ride photos of her ready for the camera. So I just wanted to.
There you go.
Hi, Mom. Shout out to my mom. Anyway, what did you think about Test Track 3.0?
I loved it.
Okay.
I think I already hit the points of why I loved it, though. It's a good foundation from the past as it accelerates in the future. And the details were great. I thought the whole thing, like it showed what you can do when you don't run away from the past and you honor that and you really ground yourself in the legacy of the company, but also you're not held back by it. And I think that's the trick. Is I can remember years ago, decades ago, whatever it is, I remember hearing all the time, this is the 90s, I think, you'd still hear very frequently, what would Walt do?
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a healthy thing to do, because then you're always second guessing yourself and guessing what somebody that isn't there to give their opinion would do. And for all you know, like Walt was a creative. He could completely change his mind in any given moment. And so I think it just makes it hard to be like, oh, this is what so-and-so would do. But there are principles that Walt did. Like, so there's quality, like you can say quality's gonna, Walt's gonna do something that's quality. Walt's gonna do something that's inspiring. You could build off of those principles, which they did, and then also be creative with technology and storytelling and all of that, which they also did. And I think that bodes really well for all the other projects that Imagineering is working on right now, whether it's in this park or in that resort or beyond, because you've got a lot going on right now. And so we learned this week a little bit from Imagineering, one of their new shows, which is another thing they're putting out, which is called Imagineer That with Tom Morrow 2.0.
What a thumbnail.
They made that. Isn't this amazing?
That's so good.
Yeah, they get it.
Yeah, what a thumbnail. That's amazing.
And I think this is awesome because it shows that not only does Imagineering understand where it's going and have a vision for where it's going, it also knows how to communicate that and connect with fans in a way that's very easy to, it's approachable. Like it's something that you look at it and you're like, that makes me smile. If you're younger, it's going to draw you in. Like, and if you're the right age, it's got the nostalgia factor as well.
And I wasn't the right age for Tom Morrow 2.0, which is weird.
But now you are.
Well, I think that I was the right age for Tom
You just didn't
Morrow.
watch it.
I just didn't, which is weird because I watched a lot of Disney Channel. And I loved theme park stuff. I like consumed as much theme park media as I could as a child.
Yeah.
Which explains a lot about why I am the way that I am now.
But they've brought this series. They're like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah,
long.
they're digestible.
Very quick, easy to watch, very fun, very
Accessible.
Accessible is a good word. They're not too in depth where you're gonna lose people. It's just kind of a fun look behind the scenes. And if you looked at the most recent one, they're asking the question of where did the Disney mountains come from, or how they're made, or whatever it is. And one of the things I thought was very cool is they're giving you different levels of what's going on. So they gave a pretty good description of how mountains are made. That was,
from concept to
from concept to reality, to also recognizing the different things that are in the mountain, whether that's lights, audio, stuff like that. Then in the background behind the Imagineer, they have the model for the Lion King attraction that's going into Disney Adventure World at Walt Disney World? No, at Disneyland Paris. And
on a much bigger scale than we've seen.
I think it's the one that Bob Iger was next to, actually. But we were able to see very recently a smaller version of this model that was at Destination D23 in the archives exhibit. So I'm going to show you that real quick, and then we'll return to this just to geek out a little bit about this. Look for the details in this. And this model was probably, I don't know, 18 inches tall and a couple feet wide. So what I loved about that was even the little lion on the mountain, like
Little Lion on Little Pride Rock.
Yeah, like they really went all out with the details, and that was really fun. And the bigger version of that model is in the background of Imagineer, which I thought was fun. And soon we'll get an even bigger version when they build it at Disneyland Paris at Disney Adventure World, which will be a lot of fun. What did you think of this model? And
I think it's a nice model. I also think that the really fun thing about when Walt Disney Imagineering makes models is that there's tons of fun little Easter eggs all over it. Things that are just like fun nods. And it does say a lot to the love that Imagineers have for the attractions that they create, and just the projects that they bring to life. And so, yeah, I just hope there's no wildebeests. Would be a shame.
That might be in the ride. We'll see. They also had, speaking of the archives exhibit and models, though, they also had, I didn't put this in the show, but they had a model that was the Germany pavilion. They also had the Norway, this is called a stave, out in front. And they were really detailed, really cool. I took some pictures of those as well. And you could get down, what's great about these models, and they use them this way, is you can get down eye level and see what the experience would be as you're walking up to the attraction or into the pavilion in the case of Norway and Germany. And I love that they have them like at the Frontier Tower at Disneyland Hotel with the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad one.
I just realized I've never been in that tower.
It's fun. But there's so many different elements that you can catch when you've got the time to look at the model and see the dream before it's really come alive. And I've been lucky through the years to get to see some of these before they've become attractions, and then also after. Like, I'm thinking of one time I saw actually twice I saw it. So at D23 Expo a few years ago.
The first time you ever met Bailey?
Yes. Was that the one? No. This was before that. Maybe it was that one.
It was that day, but you met Bailey.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Galaxy's Edge?
No.
Oh.
I'm talking about Pandora.
Oh.
It was before that. And so they had the Pandora one. There is the Galaxy's Edge one too, but that ended up in Launch Bay as well. But Pandora, I remember walking in and seeing it. And that one was one was a case where you saw the floating mountains and you saw the walk up, and it was just like, how is this going to work? And this looks massive, but also really small. And then I remember seeing later in Imagineering, years later, either that model or a variation of that model. I think it was a variation of that model that was slightly different and smaller. And it's interesting to see how each one is slightly different. And I would love to be able to look at the one they had at the archives exhibit, and then the big one that was in Imagineer and that they had, Bob Iger and Josh DiMauro do the photo shoot with, and see like how similar and how different are those. Cause I think the big one actually has like the walkway and isn't just a concept of like, this is what the Pride Land will look like. It's like, oh, this is where you go into the attraction, and this is where the, maybe the flume or whatever goes.
The nitty gritty.
Yeah. And I think it'd be cool to see, A, B, C, D progress of those, and then watch it as it comes to life as well. But, those are just the kind of fun things we have. There's also, looking to the future, we've got new concept art for a Spider-Man attraction that's coming to Hong Kong Disneyland. This is looking forward now. And this is what it looks like from the outside. Kind of cool. Looks snazzy.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, it looks awfully familiar.
Oh, it gets more familiar. And we've known this since it was first introduced at D23. Here's inside. You've got some of the Avengers and Spider-Man protecting you as you're in a elevator looking vehicle that's falling through space and time, it looks like.
Yeah.
And but what I love about this, and also the Lion King attraction, is they're spending their time on the storytelling and what's around you that you're experiencing, as opposed to completely developing a new ride system.
I agree.
And so I'm actually quite excited about this Spider-Man attraction, because it'll be interesting to see how this changes what looks to be a somewhat familiar ride system. If you've been to Disney California Adventure, or Disney's Hollywood Studios, or Tokyo Disney Sea, or currently Walt Disney Studios in Disneyland Paris. But what do you think of this?
I personally like to see just kidding. Everybody's allowed to say the word Avengers. I was like, whoa, I just realized they're calling it Avengers. Yeah, everybody's allowed to say the word Avengers. It's the M word that some people aren't allowed to say. Marvel. But I think this is super fun. I have really enjoyed the expansion of Marvel into parks, because it doesn't feel forced. It does feel natural. It feels like a natural progression. And clearly this is something that is done very well, because Hong Kong has the Ant-Man attraction. Is that correct? So ants, wasps, spiders.
Well, and I love that it's basically an extension of Tomorrowland. Like, it's right next to Tomorrowland, which makes total sense to me, because honestly, if Tony Stark were to go and drop a campus or whatever, I think this one's called the Expo.
Tony Stark was to build this in a cave.
Well, then you could do anything.
With a box of scraps.
But I love the storyline of that. Like, to me, that makes a lot of sense, is throwing it right next to Tomorrowland, and kind of having that natural progression of like, oh, this actually it came out of Tomorrowland. Like, we had an expo that we built for the edge of Tomorrowland that continues to grow and develop and whatever. And I think they even like reference Hong Kong in the other attractions.
In the Ant-Man one.
Yeah. And so I think they're brilliant with this, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with not just Hong Kong, because you have a new Monsters Inc. show, which will be interesting, because when I see Monsters Inc. show, I'm like,
Monsters Inc.
There's a theater. No, there's a theater in the future Monsters Inc. land at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And there is the possibility that you would reuse a show in more than one place. I don't know. It could make sense.
But they do keep the entire thing in Mandarin for some reason. It is surprising. It was a joke for all my Ratatouille heads out there. No, again, not Itzy. Oh my God, I'm bringing up all her ops tonight. For all my Ratatouille heads, what is that ride officially called? Remy's Ratatouille Adventure?
Mhm.
Is that what it is? Where it's
Well, I think it has different names for both parks, but yeah.
Yeah, the other one's Ratatouille. I can't do a French accent, but that attraction just stayed in
French and English. Yeah, I think that probably wouldn't happen, but I do think
And-
you could reuse the technology.
Country Road Jamboree Hoedown, also weirdly half in English.
Yeah,
It's magic.
yeah, that one.
I just love attractions coming like from other places. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Then you also have all of the new stuff coming to Walt Disney World, whether it's Monsters Inc. Land, whether it's the new Rock and Roller Coaster, the new one.
which I did just ride Rock and Roller Coaster featuring Aerosmith, because I do need to be specific now, because the attraction name isn't changing, it's just who it's featuring is changing. So Rock and Roller Coaster featuring Aerosmith, I do think it's time for a change. And I think that I'm extremely excited to see what Imagineering is going to do with the tools they have at hand now. And also, like, it was one of those things where when I was on it, I was like, what a challenge, because the ride does move very quickly and you're going upside down and you're doing corkscrews, you're doing all these things. Like, how do you as an Imagineer make this recognizable and iconic while also moving quickly? Yeah, that's my little.
The music will be interesting.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
but then you also have at Disneyland Resort, you have the Coco, you have the Avatar, and then you also have Avengers Campus expansion, which we might be learning more about because 2020 is doing a thing on Disneyland 70th, and they teased that they're going to be talking about these 3 new things. So maybe, just maybe, we will get new concept art or a new detail or something about this.
For a second, you said 2020, and I was like, "What year is it?"
No, the news.
Yes,
the news magazine show.
Yes, I literally just had a moment, and I feel like if you played back the tapes, you would see me go, 2020.
It's like the old gimmick on Late Night with Conan O'Brien in the year 2000. Yeah, one of the best gimmicks of all time, in my opinion. But no, I'm really curious to see if we get more information on those, and then also the impact they will have on Disney California Adventure, not just from like a visual standpoint, but guest flow, like the parts you don't necessarily always think of as a guest that, you know, Imagineering is thinking about, and so are the ops people. And you really have to be thinking about, like, what's the law of unintended consequences? If we open this up here, does this mean there's going to be that many more people going a certain direction, or wanting food in a certain place, or a restroom in a certain place,
or trash can,
or trash cans, all of these things that they're going through and having to come up with. And it'll be very interesting to see how this really takes DCA to almost 3.0 now, because it really is going to fundamentally change the how the land, or not the land, the park is, and where people move, and all of that fun stuff. And I'm curious about it. Like, I'm looking forward to it.
Directly to my right is a DCA 1.0 poster. So when I was doing this, just know that I was saying, I will avenge you. Every day we stray further from your light, literally, because we got rid of the sun.
It is what it is.
I know. I mean,
keep moving forward.
Don't use that against me.
I'm not. I'm using it for Disney California Adventure.
And I was in the middle of saying, we keep moving forward, you keep opening new doors. I get it. But also DCA 3.0, that's a little crazy.
I mean, but it's kind of getting to that point, especially if it expands across the road.
100%.
And that will be very interesting to see. And then also the other thing I think that really is worth noting, because this really isn't enough time for this whole conversation, is all of the technology, robots, you name it, audio animatronics, projections. Like, it's hard to believe how far things have come in even the last 10 years for audio animatronics, for droids, for you name it. And it'll be very interesting to see where things are 10 years from now. Like, even 1 year from now, when we get the new version of Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, like, that's going to be a whole new world. And that's going to take us, you know, it's just going to bring a whole lot more possibilities. And I'm excited to see what that is and where it goes.
And I mean, here's my thing while we look at comments, because we are wrapping up towards the end of the show. You have to think about 10 years ago was Frozen Ever After at Epcot.
Mhm.
In those 10 years, we've gotten Hondo Onaka. We've gotten the Shaman in Avatar. We've gotten Walt Disney.
I think we got New Abe Lincoln.
Oh yeah, New Abe Lincoln. We've got, there's another animatronic that I absolutely am going to be kicking myself that I can't think of right now. But it's like we've gotten these incredibly fluid animatronics. And at the time we were like, whoa, these Anna and Elsa look pretty great.
Well, even the new Anna and Elsa's at different parks around the world.
Yes.
All
Also
right.
that.
As Katie alluded to, it is time for comments.
Comments!
We're going to start with the last comment first. New Smugglers. Did I miss the announcement? There is a new Smugglers that will be based on The Mandalorian and Grogu coming out next year with The Mandalorian and Grogu at both Disneyland and Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
And you will get to do more as an engineer, and you will...
As an engineer, you'll take care of Grogu.
Yep. You will be taking care of Grogu. You also will be determining the destination, if I remember correctly. And so I think it's going to give you a lot more to do. And
I'm a mother.
it's going to be fun.
This
all
is
right.
not time for your comments. No, sir. You smell.
He's like, always time for
No,
comments.
you're
If you have any other comments you want us to respond to, throw them in, and we will do that for a few more minutes as I scroll back up. What do you think of the Walt Disney robot? I love it. I think it's something that you need to see in person.
Agreed.
It does not capture, like you cannot capture it on video
No.
or camera in the same way that it is in person. And in fact, it'll be interesting on that 2020 special because they are going to show Walt Disney Magical Life, part of it. And so I think that will be
Magical.
well, I'm curious to see how they showcase it. Like,
Yeah.
what do they showcase, from where, what's the shot, all of that kind of stuff.
Did I hear DCL? Yes, you did hear. It was up.
Okay.
Yes, you did hear DCL. And why have you not said anything about the Disney Cruise Line in the chat?
That's true.
Interesting. Also, yeah, Bugs Land 2.0 in Hong Kong Disneyland. Call
Wouldn't- I
that
feel
it's
like
tough
they'd-
to be a bug.
I feel like they'd need to make a sequel to Bugs Land first, and then
Bugs Life?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or Bugs Life, yes.
Yeah.
All right, next one. What are your thoughts about Walt Disney World Cinderella Castle changing back to the original colors? All for it. I think
it's faded so much since its original paint job.
it is very interesting to see how much paler it is than even a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And I do think there's something to be said for that castle. I don't know. It just feels like it should be the original. Like
Think
they were the same for how long?
I think it should look like the movie. And in the movie, it's not pink.
True.
Cinderella.
I like that. Yeah.
And I bear with me, I'm going to use an apostrophe because it is correct for the sentence I'm saying. Cinderella's castle in the film is not pink. Listen, you want a pink castle? Come to Anaheim.
No, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like, because I don't think it's going to be exactly. I think it's going to be a bolder paint job that's nodding to the original paint job, because I do think they are going to try to make it a little bit less faded looking, and at least from the concept art, I could be wrong, but even in the we call it Imagineering, where they're talking about the castles, I think there's a point where they talked about the roofing and trying to make sure it's blue and doesn't fade too fast, which is even a bigger problem in Florida. And
also, you want a pink castle truther? I am the pink. I don't know how this microphone. I am the pink castle truther. Okay.
Mhm.
I need the pink touched up a little bit, but I am the pink castle. Whoa.
But the best pink castle, if we're going to be honest, if we're looking
Is
solely
Paris.
at color, is Disneyland Paris.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. And
I think I need to reconsider things with Etsy. I'm so sorry. The Disneyland castle is your least favorite castle? Not Hong Kong?
everybody's entitled their opinion. What's your favorite castle?
Paris.
There you go.
Easy. I think there wasn't a DCL part. It was on you to bring.
Yeah, we asked what your favorite Imagineering project or thing was, and I was like, I bet we will have a DCL one from a certain person, and we did not have a Disney Cruise Line one.
I guess
from said person.
Pretty crazy how that works. But no, I think Paris is the prettiest castle by far. I think it captures the trees the best, because those trees we don't really have in front of the castle in Anaheim. We have them behind the castle and then on Small World Mall. Weirdly enough, those like square trees.
You mean yeah.
And so I just think Paris captures that like magic and like the sprawling hills and like the countryside aspect of it. I think it's really pretty.
No, they did a beautiful job with that, and the fact that you can go up inside it and you can see all of the stained glass windows telling the story,
And
go
go
underneath
it.
and see the dragon and the shops inside. Like, it's just a gorgeous one. Grand Calstan says the chandeliers on the ships are insane. Yeah.
Thank you, Grand Californian Resort and Spa, Stanley.
And it is crazy that they have to clean them somewhere.
Yeah, but it is
So it
crazy to
makes
think. I mean,
That's a brilliant way to do it. Honestly.
I don't ever think about how they clean chandeliers. And also the idea of lowering a chandelier reminds me a whole lot of
Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera. Thank you.
Mhm.
When you see it and it goes,
Yes,
you know, yeah,
absolutely.
you know.
All right. Any other questions?
He's gonna see Phantom of the Opera this year. I think that the Epcot ball should have been pink for when Barbie took over Epcot.
It is pink at night quite often.
No, I think it should be pink.
Okay. All right. Well, Katie, what should people do?
Well, people, you should go to dapsmagic.com, check out all the Disney and positive stuff as it happens. You should subscribe to our mailing list so you don't miss any of it. And in like 5 minutes, so 9:15, go to patreon.com/dapsmagic and come find Daps After Dark.
That is true. You don't want to miss it. Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got a ton of interviews going up that we did in Florida 2 weeks ago. I'm about a little bit under halfway through. And we will also have some other fun stories that we are covering this week, including the new Disneyland Ambassador team, Not Scary Farm, weather permitting, and a extra special and heartfelt story tomorrow morning that you're just going to have to wait and see what that is as well. But that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you round the corner.
Bye.